And Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. You feel me?
Rich Trapper.
The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Ooh.
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
We back in action with another reaction video. Back in this thing. Like, cook, crack in this thing, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network, man. Get into all that. Find me on all streaming platforms. Rich Trapper Game 6. Rich Trapper Worth Running Money. Rich Trapper I'm Better Off Without You. Let's just get into this content, man. I ain't finna hold y'all with a whole long intro. We got Big Deal. We got Adam 22. We're going to give y'all what y'all want. But before that, we do got to tell you how to win some chili. Drop the best comment of the month of March will receive $50 cash app, as well as the top comment between now and 6,000 subscribers. But I ain't finna hold y'all no longer, man. Y'all been keeping up with me all night. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
When I came home from that one, you know, I was taking it slow. You feel me? They was moving around with Tyga at the time. You feel me? Me and Tyga went to school together.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? That's my boy. You feel me? Me and Tyga went to school together with me, him, and my homie Dodie. You feel me? So they was moving around with Tyga and shit, but I was taking it slow, trying to do my family thing and shit. You feel me? I had a son, and I was just taking it slow, but then I end up jumping right back in the field. You feel me? After a few months, you feel me? Sitting back, I'm like, man, I can't do this. I got to get in the field, get some chili. You feel me? Because, you know, that's how I get it. You feel me? Like, I got to go out in the field and play ball. You feel me? And make some moves and connect some dots with some peoples and, you know, and shit like that. I was trying to jump on board with them when they had the shit going on, but I felt like, you know, they was treating me like I was a nigga they didn't know. You feel me? I was like having to reintroduce myself to some niggas I knew already.
So that sounds pretty much like what happened a couple weeks ago, where like you're around and you're like a big part of everything, but then people want to keep you in a certain place. They don't want to necessarily have you shining. So to an extent where you could take somebody else's shine.
And that was kind of up too though, because I'm like, damn, how a nigga keeping a nigga away from my boy? You feel me, Tyga? That's my homie. You feel me? How a nigga keeping me away from him? So even though you got with him through Schoolboy Q, you feel me? I ain't gonna take that from him. That's how y'all really ended up connecting the dots and shit, because he was hanging with Q. You feel me?
Okay.
Q went to Gardena too. You feel me? So
was H Crown the first Hoover that Tyga had anything to do with?
Nah, he had the homie Dre, the bodyguard for James Harden. He had the homie Nitty.
Okay.
They officially from Fathers Hoover.
Okay.
They real ones.
But so the H Crown just became like the most well-known dude that he was associated with at that time?
H Crown fell in when he got out the pen, you feel me?
Okay.
He started working with them niggas, moving around and shit, doing the bodyguard thing, and he decided he wanted to start rapping, and some shit didn't go right with the rap shit, and then he started beefing with my brother and Tyga.
He tried to do a song with Tyga, and Tyga wasn't fucking with it, I guess.
Yeah, that was something like that. He didn't want to do the song with the nigga, and you know, him and my brother had some words, and then, you know, it went straight to beef.
So was Tyga ever like...
Words over whoopies, man. It don't always got to go straight to beef. Sometimes it could go to conversation.
Actually from Hoover, or was it more that he was just being protected and associated?
Nah, he wasn't actually from Hoover. He just had the stamp. You feel
But did
me?
you respect it? Like, what was your perspective on that? Because to a lot of people now, that sounds kind of crazy, and they don't know what to think of it.
I mean, he never was really banging Hoover. He just was moving around with some Hoover niggas. Like, you know, he was being protected by Hoovers.
Right.
You feel me?
So if he had been throwing up gang signs and shit like that...
Shout out to Tyga for the gentle extortion. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boy. That didn't work out well.
That would have been different?
Yeah, a lot of niggas really banging Hoover. He just was moving around with some Hoover niggas. Like, you know, he was being protected by Hoovers.
Right.
You feel me?
So if he had been throwing up gang signs and shit like that, it would have been different?
Yeah, a lot of niggas would have been like, man, what's up with Groove? He need to get put on the set. You feel me? Because when motherfuckers see you throwing it up, they like, wait, hold up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can move around with some Hoovers and be protected by some, but when you start banging, throwing it up, they like, man, you got to get courted on.
That's
you feel
crazy.
me? So he wasn't really doing that shit, though. He was just, you know, taking the orange rag and, you know, just moving around town with it. You feel me? It was a good look for him at the time. You feel me? When he was coming up.
He just needed that from like a protection standpoint, or what?
It was just a good look, man, you know, to have an entourage. You feel me? Because if you coming in the game, you know, and back then when niggas was coming up in the rap game, you know, it would look better.
To give you a point in time, that's when your Nipsey Hussles, your YGs, your Kendrick Lamars, your T-Flies, your Ty Dolla Signs, your Joe Moseses, your RJs, excuse me, who else is around and all that type of stuff. I could keep going on and on, bro. But that's when they was all coming out of the LA scene, and they came with the entourages. You feel me? Came with the big entourages, man. Cali Swag District. You know what I'm saying? They came with just it was a lot, man. It was a lot. You feel me? And at that moment in time, you had to have had your, you know what I'm saying, your flag in the stand, your flag in the sand. Words are hard, not flag in the stand. Flag in the sand, standing tall for sure.
Was moving around with an entourage.
That's around the time where Waka Flocka had the Hard in the Paint video when he was in the jungles with all the BPSs and all that kind of stuff. And then the dude Lyrical Assassin went viral for his video with the 60s and the 40s, his Hard in the Paint rendition. And then Tyga did his Hard in the Paint rendition with all the Hoovers. If you remember, you remember. If you don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
The niggas, because everybody was doing it, you feel me?
Right.
So you wanted to have some type of protection, you feel me?
But it was like he was making a lot of sort of like rock emo type shit or like weird dance type songs, etc. So it's like certain people like wouldn't expect him to necessarily need to put himself into that.
Nah, I will say this. Tyga had some hard mixtapes, so I will say this. The one with Chris Brown, The Fan of a Fan, that was a fire mixtape. I remember having that. And it was another... There was a couple of little Tyga songs I liked that he was underground. He was like you know, wah, 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 wah. Like everything wasn't putting the lime in the coconut and puts it all up. Like he had some, because Tyga had a couple of little slappers, I ain't gonna lie.
Lane, and now when you look at his music, it's all booty shaking anthems and all this shit. It's like, I don't know. People now look at him and they're like, that's crazy that he used to be running around with a shitload of gang members.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, because, you know, he a cool nigga. You know, he ain't super squared out. He may look like that on TV and, you know, Instagram and all that, but, you know, he really with the bullshit too. So, you know, it was everything just played its part. You know what I'm saying? So
got it. So, all right, what was your perspective on the Last Kings movement?
The Last King movement, I was fucking with it for a little bit, you feel me? I had my ups and downs, you know what I'm saying, with my brother and T-Raw, you know, the chili. You know, I'm always on the chili. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't on time with the chili, man. I can't really be there.
But were you ever on the payroll or you just wanted to be?
Yeah, I was working for T-Raw. I was one of his bodyguards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I came. I used to work at Sorella too. When I first got out the pen, I was doing security there when I wasn't moving around with T-Raw. You feel me? I'd be there sometimes holding it down, you feel me, for them and shit. And but I can't really be around if the chili ain't on time. You feel me?
Doing security for Tyga, did you ever have any like crazy shit come up during all that, or it was pretty chill?
Oh shit, working with T-Raw, shit, I should have. The craziest shit I done when I was working with T-Raw was when we was on tour with Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and Tyga. But this situation went over my brother. It was some shit going on with Tyga too, though, with some shit with Marley Marl, you feel me, when the feds was looking for him and all type of shit. They were trying to subpoena T-Raw for some shit.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? So a nigga had marked the feds out. Then the people at the venue, they was acting scary because the feds was involved. So they was faking like they had to shake us down. Like all of a sudden we got to be patted down and go through all this security and shit. So my brother was drunk and shit. So he ended up flipping out on the security at the venue. So he ended up flipping out on him. We end up going to the dressing room and shit to go chill. This nigga so drunk, he goes back out there to go get into it with the security and shit. So he get into it with the nigga. He pulled out a knife on him, all the shit. And then they like, the security nigga called the police and said he threatened them and all the shit. So we watching the show now. We you know how they be having the little private boxes for the rappers and shit where they can watch the show and shit. So
Right.
we chilling right there and shit. And the security come with the police. They like, oh, we need to holler at him. So I'm like, oh, let me go see what's up. I'm gonna go out there with him. You feel me? So I step out there with him and shit. And the police trying to holler at him. One of the police dudes trying to talk to him, and then another one trying to like frisk him down. Like, hold on, put your hands behind it. I'm like, hold on, bro. We just talking. You ain't got to touch on my peoples and all that. Just let us chop game. Y'all stand right there. We gonna stand right here. You ain't got to touch nobody. So he tried to touch him again. I end up slamming him. So I ended up slamming the police nigga and shit. It was a big old altercation and shit. And the sergeant and the lieutenant and all them came. They like, what's going on? They like, oh, he just slammed one of the officers and all this. And they like, why he slam? I'm like, I asked him not to touch him. He kept touching him. I did what I was supposed to do. You feel me? Because I'm working.
Right.
And the sergeant and them, they wasn't tripping. They like, only thing we gonna do is get your brother out of here. He can't be in the venue no more because he a terrorist threat. They were like, he did a terrorist threat, so he got to go sit on the bus and But you know, I done marked out all type of niggas, you know, moving around with T-Raw. I had one with
Hey, low key, Big Dill's a good brother, bro. He may not be doing the best thing by being out here with Adam 22, but it seemed like his heart is in the right place and he got a lot of loyalty to his brother. So Man, I really hope that these two dudes can work this situation out, you know what I'm saying, and figure out something that works best for both of them, because I really hate for the situation to go, you know what I'm saying, all the way left, and it don't really even need to be all that, for real, really don't.
Weather security too.
What?
Some little short buff nigga he used to have, one of them little white boy with the mohawk. He used to be with Mayweather. He was trying to take a picture of Kylie. You know what I'm saying? That's when she was moving around with the boy. She was kind of, you know what I'm saying, underage or whatever. They was going around saying and shit.
So you knew about that at the time?
Yeah.
And was it a concern, or was it just kind of like nobody said anything?
I mean, I don't think it was a concern. You feel me? Because, you know, motherfuckers having paper and they doing what they doing. You feel me? And her folks wasn't tripping. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, why everybody else tripping? But, you know, people going to just get in the mix and being people big.
So being Tyga's old bodyguard, Big Deal just admitted that Tyga knew and everybody around knew that Tyga was dealing with Kylie Jenner when she was underage. We were doing so good. Words are fucking hard. Words are fucking hard. That shouldn't have been said. It lives forever on the internet now. For fucking ever on the internet now. Yeah. The fact that the mom is cool with it and not just.
You feel me? But
Hey, that got deep. That got like, boy.
yeah, the boy was trying to take a picture of her though. So Kylie like, hey, tell Alan to come stand right here because this nigga trying to take a picture of me. You feel me? So he like, hey, go stand right there. She talking about this nigga trying to take a picture of her. So I'm standing right there with her and shit. And I actually catch the nigga trying to take a picture. And I was in the picture. He had the phone. He got me and her and T-Raw. You feel me? So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, hey, my nigga, you just took a picture. I'm like, what you doing? My nigga, we ain't doing all that. Delete that picture out your phone. He like, man, I ain't take no picture. I took the nigga phone from him, deleted the nigga whole data, gave him his phone. Then it was a whole
You
altercation.
deleted all
and
his
shit.
other pictures too?
I deleted the nigga whole shit in his phone. And I gave the nigga his phone back. So now it's a whole situation. My brother, T-Raw, the homie Dre that was working, you know what I'm saying, bodyguarding with T-Raw and shit. We all getting into it. Mayweather right there, like, what's going on? Mayweather like, man, this nigga trying to take a picture of me and the girl, like, nigga, on some weirdo shit, your folks.
Right.
He like, oh, man, ooh. So they end up breaking us up and, you know, separating us and shit. But the nigga steadily looking at me. So I'm like, nigga, what's up? You want to get down?
Yeah.
We can go to the dressing room and we can get a fade out the way. Mayweather like, oh, no, we don't want to do none of that, man. We'll kick back. He like, man, actually, I'm going to get him up out of here. So he like, man, y'all get him out of here. He got to go. You feel me? Then I'm standing right there with T-Raw and shit. He like, man, who's that nigga? I like that nigga. Get out. He like, oh, that's one of my homies I grew up with. He like, oh, that nigga on this sheet. Like, that nigga trying to take a nigga to the back and squabble. Like. But yeah, that was some crazy shit. But
do you think that you were too hot-headed to be a security guard? Because like a lot of being a security guard is kind of like de-escalating situation.
The best security guards prevent situations and don't let anything happen and will get you out of there the moment it's an issue. You might not even know why you gotta go. You just know it's time to go. Security guards typically prevent problems. Prevention.
Whereas I feel like you might not necessarily have had that in you.
no, I de-escalated a lot of situations and, you know, but I'm pressing the line if niggas really acting like, you know.
Look, this is crazy though. So here's where the flu flam comes in. The question was, what's the craziest thing you've seen? So of course he tells these wild and outlandish stories, but then when he tells the stories, like, well, what do you think? You could just de-escalate them? You didn't ask me about the common situation. You asked me about times where I had to get cracking. So, like, that's a setup of a whoopty-wop of a whoopty-bam.
I'm saying they real aggressive and they trying to press a line. I'm really gonna mash. You feel me? But I did good with that. I worked with Scott before. I worked with Alex Monopoly. You know Alex Monopoly be painting all over here and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
I still f with Alex Monopoly and his brother Avery and shit. You feel me? I done drove Poppy Steaks around because he f with Alex Monopoly.
That's funny. I was in France on my honeymoon and I seen his shit all over France.
Oh yeah.
And
He
I'm
be
like,
all
man,
around, moving
real
around.
international, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I mean, if they f with me, I gotta be good at what I do. You feel me? Because they ain't just f with anybody. If they fly in town and they want to move around town right now, they gonna call me.
Right.
And I'm gonna be the nigga chauffeuring them around in the Cullinan. You feel me?
Damn. So, okay,
Yeah.
did you end up doing one, like that whole Tyga era, like from your perspective, how did that kind of end? How did you end up stop doing security for him?
Shit, nigga was short on my chili. Nigga short on the chili. I'm not getting my chili on.
Big Deals remain consistent about one thing. If the chili ain't right, he's saying goodnight. Big Deal is not gonna deal with you if you ain't chasing your chili or chasing some chili for him or giving him chase some chili. Ain't got no money involved. Bro is out of there.
Time I got my brother in the way. He think a nigga should just be happy to be around.
Oh,
like, nigga, why would I just be happy to be around? Nigga, I need to pay for some shit. I got kids. You know what I'm saying? Maggie need new shoes. You know what I'm saying? I need something. Like, what's going on?
That shit's so crazy to me because, like, for me running a business, like, I've been paying people from the beginning. I always just like, yeah, I got to pay people to be on camera, even if it's not allowed, even if it's $50 or $100 or whatever. From the very beginning, it's like, I got to do that. Like, otherwise, they're not going to want to keep coming. So it's so weird for me to see people who think that they're going to be able to run, like, a whole podcast.
Adam is so happy that this is going on because now he can say, see, look what y'all couldn't do without me. Y'all was talking blah, blah, blah about me, and now look at Wookie Bam. He's loving this.
It's an operation without actually compensating people.
I was with T-Raw, and then I stopped fucking with him. I stopped fucking with T-Raw. I'm like, man, niggas playing with my chili, I'm gone. And then I had got whiffed that the nigga Scott was looking for me. They like, man, I ran into Scott. He was looking for you at this party. So then I had T-Raw invited me to a mansion party. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably, you know what I'm saying? He felt some type of way because we really homies. You feel me? Like, he really came up under a nigga. That was really like my young nigga. You feel me? I done took a gang of faves for T-Raw and all type of shit when we was young niggas.
My bad, y'all had to handle something. But let's get back into this, though.
Splitting no money with no nigga. You feel me? So that was a problem. And then I ended up seeing him at the party and it worked out in my favor. You know what I'm saying? How it was supposed to be. You feel me?
Right. What was your perspective on it when your brother and T-Rell ended up, or your brother and Tyga ended up falling out?
Yeah, he kind of fucked it up for me because I ended up fucking with the nigga Tyga again.
Oh, okay.
So when they fell out, I was still with Tyga. You feel me? So me and the homie Dre, we was still over there doing our thing. You feel me? And the homie SB, he was his DJ.
Right.
We was still over there doing our thing, and them niggas had fell out over some bullshit. You feel me? And then this nigga T-Rell still harassing the nigga. You feel me? Oh man, you got my brother over there. You think he gonna have your back, nigga? He gonna have my back before anything. So now T-Raw looking at me funny. He like, no, I gotta get rid of this nigga.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So he got rid of me. I'm like, man, why you harassing the nigga? Telling him I'ma have your back so he can cut me off too.
Basically, like forcing him to get rid of you by telling him that like he's gonna be more loyal to me in the end. Damn.
Adam 22 is a manipulating mother.
That's crazy.
That shit crazy.
What
I even had a little scene one time. We was at the house when the nigga was living with Kylie and shit, right? We over there chilling and shit. It was a Christmas, so I'm getting ready to. You heard the shit when the nigga was saying he gave me the double R? Yeah, I had the double R at the time and shit. So Kylie, it was a Christmas. She like, hey, come through. I got some gifts for you under the tree and shit. I'm like, all right, smooth. So we getting ready to go and all the shit. And they like, where you going? I'm like, shit, I'm going to T-Raw and Kylie house. They like, for what? I'm like, I got gifts under the tree. They thought it was so funny that I was saying I got gifts under the tree. Like, they couldn't believe it. I'm like, I got shit over there. T-Raw said, pull up. The girl got you, you know what I'm saying? She got you a little something under the tree. So we went over there and shit. We was hanging out and all this shit. And, you know, we was in the studio. I used to be, my homie Doty, he used to twist up Titans. You know what I'm saying? He used to connect them and make it extendo. So I was doing it over there. So I was twisting. She like, hey, Alan, twist up one of them fat blunts you be twisting up. So I twist up a Titan and shit. We in there clowning in the studio, all her family in there, the home.
Bro, telling the story about how Kylie Jenner is telling you to roll up a blunt is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
And shit all in there. T-Raw in there steadily telling stories about high school, about me and my nigga Doty. And Kylie like, she like, hey, T, who you knew first out of all your homies? Everybody like, oh, God damn, this bitch asked this motherfucking question. He like, shit, I knew this nigga Allen and Doty before all these niggas. Them niggas made me want to be fly. They like, what the f? She like, well, why he don't be with you every day? Like how my friends be with me. Because that's really your homie. Niggas didn't know what to say. Everybody was quiet.
Wow. What did Kylie actually give you?
She had got me some Gucci slippers.
Nice.
Got me a Gucci wallet, some shades, a Gucci bag. It was just like a whole little Gucci little setup.
Right.
You know, when they first started doing the little, putting the thick sole on the slippers, like the little boot looking grip.
Right.
Yeah, it was some shit like that. She had just got me a little Gucci setup and shit.
Damn. You meet any other famous people during that time? Those
Shit, I done been around everybody. Chris Brown's, you know what I'm saying? Chris Brown was trying to steal me from T-Raw at one point.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Because he seen how niggas was treating me dirty.
Wow.
He like, man, you a real nigga, man. I don't know why niggas treating you like that. So we end up, when we was on the tour, you know the nigga Whack? What did he call him? The other nigga Whack, he used to f with T-Raw. The little short light skin.
I think I heard people talk about him.
Yeah, but he was the nigga Chris Brown had him come get at me. He like, hey, the nigga CB said, man, whenever you ready, man, you can come on. But you know, I was trying to stay loyal to the team at the time. I'm like, this nigga, he trying to have me jump ship right now. But I end up fucking with them niggas. And he did a video with T-Raw and Schoolboy Q. They got the song Bitches and Marijuana.
Right.
So I end up pulling up right there to the video and shit. CB ain't seen me in the round. He like, oh, my nigga, what's the deal, man? Where you been? He like, say it ain't so.
Right.
I'm like,
so what was your relationship with Cube from early on?
From Q, growing up, I didn't know Q. He didn't grow up in my era, you know what I'm saying, with me and my homies. Well, matter of fact, Q did grow up with us, but he wasn't really around me and my niggas like that. But you know what I'm saying? He was outside, but he wasn't really around me and my group. But he was outside and shit.
Because there was one thing I heard you say to T-Rail where you were basically like, yeah, you switched up on Q with Tyga.
Oh yeah, I mean that was floating
around.
That was floating around town. You know how niggas leave niggas in the dust when they feel like you ain't gonna blow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no motion and nothing going on. You feel me? And then next thing you know, he blew up on them niggas. You feel me? But you know that was floating around. You know that's what went down.
Right. So was there a specific time where Tyga fully stopped fucking with everybody associated?
Adam 22 is messy, bro. Messy.
With Hoover or whatever, because it feels like he kind of just left that all in the past at a certain point. Right?
He done.
He went industry with it.
Yeah, he
like,
done with Hoover. Like T-Rail the game up. Like, come
you think
on.
you f***ed it up?
Yeah, he did. Cause niggas was in the dough. You feel me?
Right.
He f***ed the whole game up.
From your perspective, did they fall out over like the fact that T-Rail got a lawsuit about the images and the logos that they were using?
I think they fell out over something with the business.
Yeah.
I don't think it was because of no lawsuit or something. I think it was just, the business needed to, it needed some more, something added on to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do something else with this shit. Like, turn it into something else, come up with some more ideas or something. Stop worrying about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm pimping this bitch right now getting dough. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to rap right now.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Was it true that Last Kings was basically like boycotted in the 50s at a certain point? I saw somebody saying, or like,
oh yeah,
it became like gang associated. So like, if you're really from a certain hood, then you're not going to be able to f with it because it was viewed as kind of like a Hoover.
That shit got boycotted. You know what I'm saying? They had some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Nigga kind of spoke out of terms. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine telling the whole hood that they can't wear a clothing brand and the whole hood actually followed it. Wow.
Who turned up with the wrong person out the 50s. You feel me? So he boycotted and shut it down. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? He was tripping. I had to make the call, you know what I'm saying, from the cell and get that situated. You feel me?
Oh shit.
But yeah, it was real hectic. It was boycotted. But
it sounded like it came to a point where Tyga got tired of paying for that toll to cross that bridge and continue to claim that neighborhood. And they said, all right, well, if you don't want to do this, we're going to do that. And we'll do that and the other. And things probably went from there, for sure.
I called in, tapped in, and got it together, though.
I remember, like, I barely even knew about it because it's just, I'm a white boy, BMX dude, whatever. I'm listening to rap, but I'm not really, like, necessarily trying to wear any of the clothes and stuff. And I used to always just wonder, like, who are all these people wearing these foil fucking shirts and shit, like, with pyramids and stuff? It never really made sense to me. But, I mean, hey, it was lit in a different world.
Yeah, it was. It had its time. Definitely. It was going.
You ever see Tyga when they ain't trans people?
Nah, I don't know nothing about that.
This was before that?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't heard nothing about that. You feel me? All I know is, you know what I'm saying, Black China and Kylie. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got going on right now, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, he went to the top of the mountain in terms of bitches, I guess, and then he kind of was like, all right, what else is there? I got to figure out some freakier shit to get involved with.
Maybe you never know what people would do out here having all this chili, man.
Shit. Once you had Kylie Jenner and Black China, you got to switch it up.
Yeah. Yo, this interview's getting crazier and crazier.
But I don't know. I ain't heard nothing like that. I mean,
yeah. No, I mean, I wouldn't have even really known about it if it wasn't for the fact that I had multiple trans people on the podcast who just chose to air his ass out.
Damn, that's a cold game.
I know. I was like, damn,
They
you don't
gotta
even know.
stay sharp out here.
I'm like, you don't even know what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You think it's no big deal for you to talk about this. He's a rapper. It's a bigger deal than you realize. But I also feel like everybody kind of always has just ignored it with Tyga. Like, even he was on OnlyFans, fucking all kinds of girls on there.
I'm not sure if like Adam 22 like has like a vendetta against Tyga or something like this, like what Tyga ever did to Adam 22. But boy, it's just getting ugly.
It was just kind of,
It's regular.
just act like it's
Right,
regular.
that's Tyga.
They just let him be freaky.
That nigga, wow. Hell, wow.
I respect it.
Yeah.
You got locked up during all that and did like one final.
That's that right there. That's a big deal talking about his experiences with Tyga. We got everything from Kylie Jenner being underage and everybody knew it to smoking blunts with the family and transgenders. News you can use. Knowledge you for sure not finna get in college. Like, comment, subscribe though. Hit that subscribe button, become part of this Trapper Mafia, and notification bell at the top. Hit all, which just free Avenue Angel until he's free. Red dot, slide it to the left. Get you soon. We out of here.